This how I talk in Mike?
I mean, you can sound like a little...
This how I talk in Mike?
You can sound like a human trafficked Puerto Rican.
This how I talk into Mike?
I don't know. I probably wouldn't do the pod if that's how you really sounded. But yeah.
I'm like, hey, I'm from Spain.
I'm like, cool.
I'm lighthearted.
Go back.
I'm lighthearted. I speak softly.
We don't like your kind. Go back to Spain.
Spain or like the true Spanish? Spanish.
Like Hispanic?
Spanish.
Or Spaniard?
Spaniard.
I don't know people like that.
I don't think I know any Spaniards either.
That's like European Spanish.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
They like race cars, I think.
Yeah, Formula One.
Stuff like
that. Like good food. Very cold.
It's really like...
Well, Hispanic people are all very, very cultured and dress well. And actually, you know what? I think like most cultures are. I think we're the worst ones.
No, I think Latin America are actually dogs. They're like, what's up, dog? Like, they get down.
That's a great explanation. I think they're dogs, and they go, "What's up, dog?"
They say, "Dog, what up?"
Like,
and I'm like
slum, like trashy?
No, they're like, "Hola," you know, they're like cool, like.
No, I'm saying not classy, like first class, like expensive. I'm saying, I feel like so many other cultures are so much more like.
Well, they have like, hundreds of years of
their
history.
Fucking like food.
We only got
and their music.
A few. Yeah, we only
got
a
like,
few.
Oh, dude. I'll take a McDouble and listen to fucking
Luke
Combs.
Look, don't get me started, but we as American people...
That's the word I'm looking for.
We as American people have let corporations and greed for money control our culture, right? We really have, when it comes down to it. But... throughout all of that evolution, we've had some cool cultural shit, like, pretty, like, I mean, influential, like, modern day, maybe for, like, what, prior to 300 years ago, everybody has hundreds of years of cultural history, you know, with this and that, and hundreds of years, and even thousands. Some of them have thousands, like China.
Yeah.
But, look at the impact the United States has had on world culture. When you think of first world, what do you think of?
No, I agree.
You know?
I'm just saying, I kind of think
Cheers,
the whole, I feel like a lot of other cultures, Hispanic, Asian, they keep that fucking tradition going of a lot of things, and we're just like, I'll take a chai latte extra grande and a spicy Chick-fil-A with a waffle fry. Where I'm like, dude, his grandma is fucking handing down the General Tso's chicken recipe, cooking that bitch up, and they're eating at home like real authentic food.
They've been eating that way.
They're listening to real fucking authentic music, not like fucking studio
like traditional. They keep it. It's cultural. Right.
It's good. It's real, and they're like, yo. We fuck with this shit. When I worked at Tyndall, the fucking dudes in the lunchroom, their lunches blew everybody's lunches out the door. They were eating fucking tomatillo and fucking... I mean, their shit looked
like real good.
Authentic, smelled great, tasted great. You were like, yo, this is fucking food. Meanwhile, we're sitting over here eating Vienna sausages and Nabisco fucking Lunchables.
Right.
So and they're like, oh, this is turkey neck with fucking green chile sauce. And you're like, what the fuck? And then you take a bite and you're like, God damn, how you make this? They're like, oh, you get you a woman that can cook, bro. I'm like, our bitches in this fucking country are like, yeah, I'll take a chai tea latte and a fucking Chick-fil-A sandwich. Like, yo, make me something for dinner, honey. Bitch throws in a fucking Stouffer's lasagna. I'll domestic violence your ass in a heartbeat.
Oh, okay.
I'm just kidding. I eat that shit.
Yeah, I eat it.
It's good. That's good. I'm just playing fan. I'm just playing fan.
It's a couple things, dude. It's like, I think it is the fact that we are young as a culture. And so impressionable. Think about a young child. Impressionable. Yeah. And guess what happened? They were like, oh, dude, we popped off after World War II economically. Let's let's make this a machine. Let's not call it communism. Nobody likes that. But let's make a machine, and we'll call it capitalism. Yeah. And corporate, and just money. And
I'm not hating. Like, it is what it is. Like, motherfuckers saw an opportunity, they took it, and they control.
No, but...
Cool. I mean,
but then again, I think too, they're talking about tradition.
I don't let it ruin my day.
We're young, but the tradition of United States of America is to grow and to continue to better yourself and your community and those around you. There's core values of the country that have gotten lost culturally, right? But they're slowly coming back. You're stepping away from the, mass corporate legacy media that is sponsored by Pfizer, sponsored by Pharma. You're stepping back. You're being, oh man, they got stuff's going on over there money wise. It's like, well,
when you lie to everybody and you charge everyone $9 for a chicken sandwich, the shit comes back because people are like, yeah, I'm not listening to that no more, and I'm also not paying $9 for a piece of chicken and lettuce. Like, start cooking again at home. You know what I mean?
People are going to go back. People are going to take a step back.
Start listening to independent media. Start listening to independent music. It's going to swing back to that, which will then instill like some kind of like new generation of like, I guess maybe traditions and values. Yeah. And then hopefully it doesn't get lost in the sauce of the corporate world.
Well, because
go back and forth and back and forth.
I really do believe this is the first step. And like I said, if we were children as a country, if we were a child, which, a couple hundred years, you're a child of a country.
Yeah.
Of course, you're going to have turmoil, chaos at times. At least it feels that way. But it's a part of growth. You know what I'm saying? So then you come out, and now we have this technology that we as people that have freedoms that nobody in the whole world has.
Yeah.
We can just say whatever we want.
Can
we? Technically. And that's what you're learning is some people are censoring and some people are like, yo, that's not what we're
China
about.
Virus.
Some people are censoring. We'll see what gets flagged.
You're going to have to take that out.
We'll see what gets flagged.
I just want to use it. We can say whatever we want. Bet you that gets removed.
Yeah, I'll probably get
Strike number 2.
Yeah, we can't get any more strikes. Hey, how about this? They were like, hey, if you want to like get the strike taken away, you just like take this survey and watch this video and take this test. It's like,
really?
Yeah, it was like something
like
I could do.
Like the first one we got?
Yeah, and they just randomly, I saw it, and I was like, huh, that's interesting. I went back because I was like, you know what, might as well.
It was like Alcoholics Anonymous, but for censorship. It was like the 12 steps.
You won't do it again,
the
right?
12 steps and not getting demonetized or taking my videos taken down off YouTube.
First step, surrender yourself to the YouTube.
Yeah, dude. Second step, apologize to everyone I've ever wronged.
On YouTube.
You call like
Go and comment on all of the history that you have. Every video you've watched. Comment and apologize.
Like at least 10 Pfizer presentations.
You're like, all right, well, I guess not. I get
After you complete the program, the strike gets removed. But then you're like, family. You're
like, I'm sick. I need to go to the doctor. I need medication.
I'm boosted.
I need more medication. Please help me with your medication.
But yeah, dude, just what I was saying was like, man, I really appreciate, and like you said, that's very true. You tend to forget that America's not that old at all. We are like a toddler still.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, 17, 18, I mean, even half of the 1900s, as long as was war and us like really establishing the foundation as far as like the Industrial Revolution to our country.
Yeah.
What was World War II? 1942, 43, 40, like in
early
the
40s. 45 was when it ended.
Yeah, so, and that was a massive war, you know what I mean? So our country still even was very young and really producing that super giant.
Dude, the Industrial Revolution fueled the military industrial complex.
Like, dude, Japan bombs Pearl Harbor, and what's the famous quote? It's like, they woke up the sleeping giant. Like, we weren't building, like, warehouses and fucking doing shit like that. I mean, to an extent, we were just, like...
After World War I, we were getting strapped.
We were, like, ramping up, like, production of, steel and, factories and cars and automobiles and, coal and all that shit.
Yeah.
But then that happened, and it was like, dude, everyone went to work. Mm-hmm. They had women in the factories. The whole assembly line was, like, all women.
Rosie the Riveter.
They were like, bro, get it. Everyone was like, I'm going to work. I'm going to go make fucking side panels for tanks. Fucking 27-year-old housewife's like, you know what? I've had enough. I'm going to make tank parts. You know what I mean? And that really, like I said, that's the quote. They woke the sleeping giant. Like, that popped off, and then everyone come back from the war, have all the kids, everyone got secure jobs, and, You build all the suburbs, build everything up, and then into the 80s and 90s, dude, our parents got tricked by corporations so bad. They're like, yo, fruity pebbles are great for my kids, dude. They would never lie to us.
Yeah, and that's just what happens. Unfortunately, it's okay.
So they got brainwashed by them. That's what we grew up on, so that's kind of what we like know.
Fighting against almost.
But now we're like, dude, that shit's not good. So we teach the next generation, like, hey,
veggies, real food.
You just don't. Nothing's wrong with getting a Chick-fil-A for lunch, bro. That's fucking delicious.
But
like,
you
let's
can't
not be
live
real.
off of that stuff.
That's a very quick. Just out of the, hey, I need something to eat right now and I do not have time and I'm out. Let me grab something real quick, eat. I'm not knocking it at all. Dude. A coffee from Starbucks, nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with all Raising Cane's, getting some fucking chicken tendies and some fries. It's delicious.
Right, but you have to understand too, again, and it's
convenience.
It's an education
that convenience and not as life.
Well, we have to educate people to know, like, hey, look, technically sugar is like a poison to your body.
100%.
Right. And then you realize, like, dude, even my chicken has sugar in it.
Everything does.
Every single thing
Which
does.
I don't still fully understand.
Shout out,
why is that?
Timmy Dillon, Mm-hmm. Tim?
You act like I don't know. I do know.
Came with the Cosmix nutrition facts on one of his episodes. He was like, dude, you got to look. Dude, I looked it up the other day. I was mind blown.
The Subway subs are like 50 grams of sugar.
Spoonfuls of sugar.
Yeah, the bread at Subway, isn't it like not considered... There's something like they legally have in place with Subway where like their bread's not considered bread.
Because it's so high in
sugar. It's got so much sugar in it. And it's crazy because I don't get the purpose of it. Is it
No, it's addicting.
Is that what it is?
That's literally it. Oh. It's an addictive substance. And so your body's
why can't you just make good ass fucking bread?
Dude, I mean, think about, and so I just
or is it cheaper to just make fake shit, but you put a bunch of sugar in it?
It's probably
to cover up the taste of chemicals and
makes you money, gets people addicting. Boom,
crazy.
It's all about money, and people are going to go back to being like, yo, I'm not going to screw this person.
Wonder how much a sub would cost if you made it like. But I guess if you're mass producing stuff like that, you can't
it's the mass stuff. No, and that's why it's going to go back to.
That's why you got to hit your local businesses and hit your small sub shops and coffee shops and
the internet.
If it is $3 more for a sub, and you can. I get some people can't afford things. It's not bad. But also, too, eating, $6 and $7 fucking combo meals from fast food. You can go to the grocery store and get the same. It costs the same to eat.
And we communicate and we're like, this is a great place. You should go here 5 stars.
Yeah.
We're like, this is great. So we're communicating on a different level. That's why we're like, as little cultural communities, they happen. Like, you look at New York City, right? They have all their cultural areas that happened decades ago.
Yeah.
It just happens.
Yeah. I just think, I think food is actually definitely a problem that needs to be addressed. Food for sure.
Yeah. It's the sugar.
It's so bad.
Stop it.
And it's everywhere.
Stop eating it. A bowl of cereal is not good for you in the morning.
Oh, no, it's not at all. But
isn't that wild?
Yeah.
It used to be.
Well, that was like the best way to start your day. The best part, that's Folgers. The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. Brainwashed.
The best part of waking up is
family.
Scooby-Doo snacks and Reese Puffs combined in a bowl of half a gallon of milk.
Yeah, but it really does cost the same to eat clean, and you don't have to be 100%.
It's more of an effort. You have to cook, and then you're like, dude, I just cooked
do
and
like
have
an
to clean,
80-20, like an 80.
cook.
Not even like that bad though.
Yeah.
Just do like an 80-20. Like, eat good 80% of the time, and 20% of the time, if you want to fuck off, dude, I definitely fucking munch wings when I'm watching the game. You know what I mean? Or have...
There's like a gray area for people, though, because if you have money, then you eat great.
It's crazy.
Even if I go out to a restaurant, I spend a lot of money, and so it's good.
Yeah.
And good for me.
But it's just a while because, like, I think there's a misunderstanding that if you don't have money, you can't eat good. When you can actually eat good, pretty cheap, fairly cheap. I went to Walmart because I've been eating better, and I've been doing my hauls of food. It's the same price. I'm not spending any more money.
Right. And
instead of getting like a DiGiorno's pizza for dinner one night, and a Stouffer's lasagna, and a P.F. Chang's beef and broccoli bag with the pork egg rolls, and the fucking whatever else that's convenient to throw in. It's the same price.
Yeah.
Avocados are 65 cents. You buy 10 of them, that's $6.50. You know what I mean? Lettuce is
He said
is $2 or $3.
I eat 5 avocados worth of guacamole.
But it's crazy because I literally thought, I was like, bro, if I go to eat clean, it's going to cost me so much more money to do this.
Yeah.
It really is. I'm not kidding you. I spend like, for the family, so for me, Kaylee, and the girls, it costs like $150 a week normally for groceries. It was $145 the other day. I was like, it's the same price.
Right. Yeah.
It's a cart full of
good food.
Peppers, chicken, steak, shrimp, vegetables. I mean, the girls eat very good. They always have. But we got into that trap of, with me working, just like they'll just pop in a lasagna for an hour and a half, pop it out, eat it, munch it, go to bed. You know
Speaking of diet, I got on this. So I'm going to make a segue. And I'm going to say I got on this over like the New Year's because we haven't seen each other in like how many weeks?
December 10th was the last pod.
So it's like a month.
I
haven't seen you in a
5
month.
Weeks.
Been traveling.
Yeah.
Been holidaying it up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And over that holiday section, I watched on Netflix. I don't even remember the title of it, but it's about the blue zones. You ever heard of the blue zones?
No.
So they're called blue zones because the scientists like mark these spots with a blue ink or a blue marker.
Like on a map?
On a map. And so it has to do with longevity.
Oh, where people live the longest in
And so
certain
do you
areas.
know any of those places?
No, I don't. I would guess Asia is definitely one of them. Somewhere in Asia.
Japan.
For
Okinawa.
Sure. For sure.
Specifically.
For sure. Let's go with... I know America's not in that motherfucker. Or like a part of America.
It's an exception. It's an exception there, and I'll get to it.
Okay.
But there's a couple.
I'll let you go. Go ahead.
Go. Continue. One more guess.
So Japan. So my name in countries?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, America's a country, obviously, but I'll let you go to that regionally, where however that goes. Let's go with Russians are drunks. No. Africa, mosquitoes. Maybe like somewhere in like the southern African, or maybe like on the coast of Africa. No. Europeans. Oh, another fucking Europeans are pretty healthy, right? Like Sweden.
Europe is big.
Yeah, but like, let's go Sweden, Denmark, Norway.
Nope, none of those.
No.
All right, so there were
Venezuela.
Nope.
Damn.
There were like 3 aspects of longevity that over all of these different areas across the world, they all shared kind of the same thing in this way. They did it their own way, right? But they shared these same 3 qualities.
Okay.
And these are
Fish.
people... And these are people specific. These places are specifically the highest ratio of centenarians, which are 100-year-olds.
Oh, okay.
So each of these places has the highest.
I was like, damn, they got horse legs, bro.
Yeah, they're just muscular,
Centaurs,
strong, dude. They're half breeds. Yeah, so they
centenarians.
So they're 100-year-olds, 1 century.
I get a century. Yeah, I get it.
Isn't that wild? You're like born in. If I was born in 1992, I would live to 2092. That's wild.
It's possible.
So possible.
Okay.
Anyway.
So Japan's one of them.
Okinawa, Japan.
Cool.
Italy, Sardinia specifically.
It's fish, bro.
Greece.
Okay.
And there was a Central American country. This was the poorest of the blue zones. It was
Central American country.
It was like
okay.
Nicoya or something like that.
Okay.
Nagoya.
All these bitches are on the water too.
I think that one might have been, yeah. It's like
Greece
west coast
Italy
of like Central
like
America.
The Mediterranean.
But then there was a landlocked one because it was a little community of, oh man, is it like the Church of Latter-day Saints or something? It's like,
I gotcha.
It's some weird religion / new cult thing in California.
They're just sealed off from the world.
They're focused on like these important things, and the first one is the diet,
of course.
And they don't really pinpoint what about the
just
diet.
No process, just eat off the land. That's what it is.
Exactly.
That's all it is. It's not specific foods. It's just we eat this.
2, exercise.
Okay.
So they did studies in Sardinia about the average incline of the town or where they're living. And so when people have a higher incline to walk up, they're using more muscle. Mm-hmm. They live longer. Like in Sardinia especially, it was like 90-something-year-olds walking around up these hills, like in this little bitty town. They like stop by the bar.
A lot of
They're
people
like,
walk
oh,
in
hey.
different other countries too. They walk everywhere,
and it has to do with an incline. Now you know that if you live like I guess in San Francisco, where or some mountainous region, it's good for you. Yeah. Just because of you walking around out there, it's more of an incline. Mm-hmm. Even walking down, it's more of like an exercise. You know?
Yeah, of course.
But then the third thing was like a social aspect of like social connection, community,
family.
Dude, I'm telling you,
yeah.
And that was it. And all the places, and there was like old people in like Okinawa that like there's so many old people that like people just help old people. They're like, yeah, this person. None of us are related to them.
Yeah.
We just live around them, and it's our community, and we take care of this person, and we have bingo night, and they're, like, laughing and dancing, and
it's crazy because, like, those three things are, like, super common sense and not hard to, like, figure out. And I think, for the most part, you kind of, like, know that.
But again, it's
like,
when it's ingrained in the culture.
We suck at so bad.
It has to be ingrained in the culture.
We suck at so bad.
We're learning. So now the dude who did the study, he went to, like, the middle of nowhere Michigan or the middle of nowhere Illinois, Iowa, Idaho, some Midwest, middle of nowhere, and got a town and made it into a blue zone.
Yeah.
He, like, statistically added, like,
and I will sleep with all the women.
7 to 10 years on all their lives.
That's the fourth. 1.
No, dude.
Diet. 2, community. 3, exercise. 4, I am the only one that can sleep with the women. Everyone's like,
you sure about the last one?
We'll be Centaurians if we do that.
Telling me my horse legs will grow out?
You tell me right now, if you sleep with all the women, we'll live to 100? Yes. All diet 60. It's like,
they're like, get him!
Rampant STDs.
Oh, no.
Decimate a community in eastern Michigan.
No way.
Dude.
No, that's...
It doesn't fly on so much box, I'm just ripped.
No, dude. There's a couple things, bro. A couple things that there's a part of that, like on my YouTube.
Think
I
diet
guess
soda's not bad for you. That's like 3 ingredients for me from formaldehyde.
You know, like I eat Taco Bell once or twice a week.
2 breakfast Sizzlies from Wawa, and then I get a tuna hoagie,
2-liter Coke. I drink it throughout the day.
Coke. And then again, I'm not trying to sit here and act like I'm fucking Arnold. By all means, I definitely fucking crush food here, you know what I mean? But you just gotta make some conscious small decisions like daily, weekly, and monthly just to like pick up a fucking piece of fruit or a vegetable or a piece of protein or some eggs over just the regular.
You gotta think about it.
Just, every Sunday, dude, you know what I've been treating myself to? It's another thing? Since I like been doing dry January, it's been 3 weeks. You know what craving I've had that I'm not a fan of and never have been, but it's like here?
Okay.
Sugar.
Yeah.
From the alcohol, I think.
Yeah.
Like, I've been craving sweets, and you know me, I'm not a sweets dude. I fucking never, like, munch candy or shit like
crisp
that.
Coors Light.
I can't stop, like, all I want is, like, a candy bar.
A lot of those have, it's just like glucose syrup, like
all
syrup
I want
or whatever.
is, like, fucking candy bars.
Fructose syrup or whatever, yeah.
And it's crazy, because I'm like, I've never been, like, go get a candy bar at the gas station.
I ate a whole half bag of Reese Pieces.
No, I've been getting the fucking pints of the Richland's ice cream. I'm like, if I go Tuesday...
that's crackhead stuff?
Yeah, addicts love sugar.
Like fentanyl
addicts
shit.
Love sugar. Like, when they get clean,
they
become addicted with sugar.
And so, like, in San Francisco, they're all, like, lifting. That's, like, the first thing that got locked up in San Francisco.
What?
Ice cream.
Yeah.
At all the stores. Under lock and key. Because people were literally on the streets like, yo, I got a couple Ben & Jerry's in here, $2. Just $2.
Really?
Yeah, swear to God.
Well, the sugar gets you back, so gets you high again.
We visited outside of San Francisco. Mm-hmm. So, wherever I go, I like to just kind of do a little history and kind of a little what's going on now. It's so weird, but I like to do it. And I'll watch YouTube documentary.
You like to, like, explore the area?
Yeah, like when we skied in Utah, I'm like learning about all the Mormons and shit. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, when I go places,
I
like to go see some museums and some art. And like,
I go out to the bars. I'm like, hey, what do you think about the Mormons? They're like, I look over their shoulder.
They're like good people.
Stop, dude. No, anyway, and they were like, yeah, there's like a black market. So all the
black market for Ben & Jerry's.
Yeah, all the Gucci's and like Prada's and the Apple stores. They all closed out of San Francisco.
Of course.
Because of the laws where you
Smash and grab.
steal $900 from one store and then walk over to the other one and get $900 worth.
Of course.
So then they had like 60 people. You've seen those raids. They just, boom, busting them down.
Smash and grabs.
Busting them down. And so they closed them all. And then people just started robbing like everyday things from like CVS and Walgreens.
Yeah.
They were like deodorant, toothpaste, toilet paper.
Well, you see the videos
anything.
online of like all those stores, like that everything's behind a glass case. Now you have to push a button for someone to
right,
get fucking
because what's happening is, and shout out,
razors.
probably do it again a million times in the past I have, but Andrew Callahan, Channel 5 News, true journalism, keep it up, straight up, and goes out there to these places, walks around and talks to these people. They're like, yeah, I'll show you exactly what I do. He like follows people smashing cars, stealing shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, they take all the goods, and there are immigrants there that they go to these it's mostly Hondurans, apparently. Mm-hmm. Honduras has a lot of immigrants there that they run like this fencing operation where these stolen goods, they sell them on the black market street for half price or whatever.
Oh, of course.
And then they take all the money, and then a lot of times they'll buy them to sell them and then also send supplies back to their families in their home country. And this is happening. So it's fueling the black market. So it's fueling the crime. Mm-hmm. It's like and he'll walk around all these places and talk to everybody.
Yeah.
There's like communities out there that sell little trinkets and stuff, essentially built to like smash windows, tempered glass.
Okay.
Like little pieces of porcelain.
Gotcha.
Like spark plugs. You get a spark plug on you, like you have like a loose spark plug. It's like you can get kind of caught up out there for it.
Really?
Yeah.
Because it's got that little metal point at the end.
It's like ceramic, I think. And something about the density when it hits the tempered glass, it's not supposed to shatter, but it like does the opposite.
Oh. Well, you see those little like metal points, like they're like this big, and you can like break a freaking windshield with it if you just hit it.
Yeah.
So I guess the pressure point of that one fine little point, just instead of a big impact. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just, I guess maybe it causes more force. I'm not a
scientist.
scientist.
It's something about the like surface density.
Gotcha.
What it does.
But yeah, I'm addicted to ice cream, dude.
Yeah, no, that's wild. But that's what they do. They sell the ice cream on the street.
Tuesday through Saturday, I'm like, yo, if I eat clean and I stick to my diet and I do everything I'm supposed to do, my treat for myself on Sunday is a pint of ice cream. The Richlands Dairy, which support local Richlands.
Great stuff.
Great stuff.
Great cream.
They sell them at the slip-in. So, dude, I get a pint of like just the ice cream. I eat half of it and give Kay the other half. It's all I think about. I caught myself the other day at the store looking at the ice cream. I was like,
want that ice cream?
Like right now, if you're like, yo, if you could have one thing, what would it be? Oh, ice cream.
And it's the worst for you.
Yes.
Like the fat wise.
But I'm like, dude, again, back to that like 20-80 thing. I'm like, yo, if I for 5 days do really good and eat protein and vegetables, I'm like, dude,
balance.
I think a half a pint of milk and cookies ice cream from a dairy farm down the road.
Speaking of balance,
bucket.
I'm eating on these travels over.
If that keeps me going.
Yeah,
I don't think that's
nothing
terrible
wrong with it at all.
It's better than Doritos and 16 Coors Lights.
Probably.
I think it is. I think it's pretty easy to say.
Yeah, get the scales up.
Yeah.
No, anyway, on these travels, I said, speaking about balance, I would go to all these old people over like the holidays that I would see at like these family gatherings, and like most of them like that, like I could find like upper 70s, like lower 80s.
They're old.
And I'd go around and I'd start talking to them, and then I'd be like, so like, you think you could do what Joe Biden's doing?
Fuck no.
No, not a single one, dude. They were like, but then comically every single one was like, yeah, give me the reins. I'll take over.
I'll do better than that son of a bitch.
I'll take over.
I think that job should be for like a 45 to 60-year-old person.
Yeah.
Like, I think you should be older, like more mature.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you should have like a 30-year-old in there.
Right.
But I think someone between the age of like 45 and 60, and I get, age is just a number. But you need to have some life under your belt.
Yeah, 40 to 60.
40 to 60.
Man, what's wrong with that?
Past 60, I mean, we retire at 60, so why the fuck would you give the most important job in the world to a guy who...
You say 65? Call it 65.
Sure. 40 to 65.
Exactly.
But we're going to let a 79-year-old dude be like...
Rerun?
Oh, then... We were trying to establish...
Just imagine.
Cookies.
What's funny, throwing back to... They were like, get him on a bike. Somebody in his administration was like, yeah, get him on a bike in front of some cameras.
And fell off a bitch.
He said, I ride my bike all the time at the beach house.
Yeah.
They said, you think you could do it in front of the cameras? They said, give him the Velcro shoes. They said, damn it, he's still Velcro.
Dude, they took a drill bit and fucking put holes in his feet and then just nailed his feet to the pedal. They like,
couldn't pull them off. They said, this'll work.
Yeah, dude, that job should be
I'm so stupid.
That should be for someone who has experience, has lived life, has some wisdom, but is not fucking on borderline dementia.
Yeah.
Insanity.
Agreed.
40 to 65.
Yeah, and nothing wrong with that.
2 terms, which again too, I feel like if you keep getting reelected, why not let the motherfucker keep going?
Right. No, but speaking of, the second thing was there's a dude, I don't remember his name. I wish I could shout him out like I love to do. But it popped up on my YouTube algorithm, and he's like the person that is understudied to be like the most healthy. He's like the what's the word in like science? Like, it's not the constant.
Like the baseline?
The baseline. He's supposed to be like this experiment into the healthiest person.
Like the standard. Like
he
this
like
is
does all
is,
of the things
yeah.
like, you know, the Huberman science of like, get the protein, get the exercise, get the sunlight, you know, all that stuff. He like does it. He takes medications. He's like on some super diet exercise regimen.
I think I know exactly who yeah. I've heard
and
of that.
Why? And he like
he's
does
insanely
like
rich, but like
skin
right?
things.
But he like spends all his money on this
on like
diet, supplement, nutrient, trying to live to like 200 type shit.
No, literally, I watched one video of it, and he was like, "This is essentially like my life's mission now."
I know,
and so
I've heard of this
I
guy.
find solace and contentment in, you know, pursuing this, and so through the hardships of it, you know, sticking to this. I mean, he's gonna do it for like till he dies.
Yeah, and just see what happens.
He's like, I'm the healthiest person.
And when the dude's 160 years old, he's like, I'm right. Or when he has a stroke at 69, he's like...
Yeah, because he went back... Yeah, true.
Damn,
he went back and he was like, dude,
hey,
I started this... I think he said, like, essentially he fully committed around, like, 30. And he was like, and I look back now and imagine if I fully committed at 20.
Yeah.
He was like, just even that.
Well, hindsight's always...
So it's like now.
Always like...
Now is
can you
when
imagine
to do it.
if you started saving when you were 20 versus starting saving now? Like, you
right, well, it's
obviously, but you don't...
Right,
you
but he
don't,
was just like, you know
that.
And then, like, that's a good point, though, of, like,
Some
over
people
time, it's like, yeah, dude, start now. Start now.
Well, there's no
little
time
more
like
conscious.
the present, right?
Little more focused.
Just start now.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's what I think people get discouraged from starting new shit is because they can't fully... This is the thing, too. You don't have to always 100%
like,
be
no.
invested right away and be an expert out the gate.
Yeah.
Like, just start. And read and experience and talk to people and gain experience in whatever you're trying to get into, or like whether it's lifestyle or a new hobby or a diet or whatever. And you'll eventually get better at it. And like you said, start now, and then down the road you'll be like, damn, look where I'm at. Yeah. I wish I would have started fucking 10 years ago, not 5 years ago. Yeah. Like, I think a lot of people I know I have in my past like been discouraged from dieting or trying to like eat better or live better because I'm like, oh, well, if I can't afford the fucking supplements and I don't know like how to make the foods other than this, and I don't have anyone to talk to and I don't really know what to do. If I can't do it at 100% like the way that an expert's doing it, then I'm not going to do it at all. Like, fuck it. What's the point? It's like, that's, you know, a bad way to go about it, because really you can just make small changes that will lead to eventually bigger ones.
Yeah.
You know,
little at a time.
And we'll be back to Ellen DeGeneres in 3 minutes.
Ellen DeGeneres.
Soapbox. Ellen DeGeneres.
She's like, car for you, and get the fuck out of my face, Stacey.
Family.
Get the fuck out of my face.
I asked for a
so
fucking
rude to me.
large. Not a medium, Stacey. You are fired.
Like everybody loved her, but I hated her.
Someone's calling the cops on domestic violence in a apartment right now. They're like, he is killing her.
They'll like bleep my number in my apartment.
Oh, yeah. Someone's going to find the exact in Richmond with the 190 apartment complexes around here. I don't know.
Yeah, people do.
There's a lot of apartment, you know.
Yeah, right. I'm going to say, you live on Cox Road.
What is that called? I don't care.
Right next
Come
to
get
Station
this Cox,
Road.
baby.
Right next to Station.
Right next in fucking Nat King Cole.
Dude, do you like scream shit outside? Do y'all have like loud domestic argument? Like,
I just go outside and shoot the gun if I need to let some stress off.
Yeah, dude. Y'all should like start staging some fake arguments and see if relays back.
She's not home a lot, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's really not there that often. I think she's got like a... Well, also, too, like out in those rural areas, I think there also is like a lot of, like social community things.
Moose
like
Lodge.
Church, Moose Lodge, VFW, fucking
Bingo night.
basket making, bingo night, whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
You play bingo? When's the last time you played some bingo?
Dubai.
That's what we did out west. Jenna's Italian family has like a bingo tradition.
Probably like 7 years ago.
I was like, we were supposed to bring like $25 in quarters. I didn't get that memo. I was like, hey man,
You're like, I have $25 in nickels.
I was like, no, I have paper money.
In quarters for what?
Play like quarter a card, so you win
Oh,
the
you
pot.
buy a card for a quarter?
You win the pot.
Oh. Yeah, when I was in fucking Dubai, they had Wednesday night bingo night.
Okay,
Dude was like, you want to go play bingo? And I was like, bingo? Shit's fun as a bitch.
it's fun, dude.
Fun as a bitch. Everyone gets a
They're
card.
like, come on, I6. Come on, I6.
Everyone gets a card, and then it'd be like a room with like 20 dudes. And it'd just be like one guy running the bingo thing. And then, dude, the winner got a $20 gift card to they call
Texas
it,
Roadhouse.
No, it's called the BX.
the Back Home Grill.
It's like the Walmart on base.
The back home grill. It's like what you had
But
back
dude,
home.
you fucking win. You get $20. You're like, yo, I got monsters for the week, baby.
Yeah, dude. I'm trying to start. I'm
Bingo's
starting a
tight.
partnership with the U.S. military called Back Home Grill, and put it at every military base across the world. They're like, damn, this shit just hits just like
Back
home, dude. And it's like every culture of America.
He's like, dude, corporations are destroying this country. He's like, I want
Starts
to put
one.
a back home grill on every military base.
Starts
and feed
one?
it. Yeah, dude, starts one. He's like, if you
Gets
just
an
diet and
infinity
eat
pool.
better, you'll live a better life. He's like pouring sugar on the fucking ribs and serving everybody. I'm like, I don't know why everyone. There's 21% of obesity
gets
growth.
my hair cut and like it doesn't really grow back in, so I get extensions,
Yeah.
and so I can still like water
Yeah.
come out of the water like that, dude. You're like, is that his real hair? He's like 67 now, dude.
Yeah, he's the CEO and owner of Back Home Grill. All the grills on military bases. People say it's bad. Apparently the bread's made of sugar, but guy's got sick fucking hair.
Guy's got a sick infinity pool and extensions.
Said he's going to live to 150. Devotes all of his money and time to being the healthiest human being in the world.
Yeah, after he started Back Home Grill.
Back Home Grill.
Just like back home. Dude, for real, you can have all the different cultures. You can
Just
have
getting
like...
railed out in the freezer by one of the bus boys.
Stop, dude.
Like, I love fucking meat.
What does that have to do with anything? What does that have to do with anything?
Dude, I don't know. He's just back home. Backdoor
That's how
grill.
I liked it back home.
He said, well, back home we got a thing called...
We got a thing
meat
called
stick.
Kitchen Love.
Yeah, well, meet me in the freezer in 5, Andy.
Please play a game called Meet Me in the Freezer
Like, I
in
swear to
5.
God, I'm straight.
Meet me in the freezer in 5. Hey, don't ask, don't tell.
Dude,
but if you want to meet me in the freezer, I'll show you.
dude.
I'll show you.
That shit's out the gate now.
Yeah, dude. They're like, doesn't the military pay for gender transitions?
Sure. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess if you're
No, I wish I
Yeah.
had somebody to prove me wrong because I saw one picture of it, and I want to know, like, when they make a fake penis, don't they use like arm skin?
I don't know, dude. I don't look at stuff like this.
I-
I'm not like. I'm
I
not
don't,
like.
dude. It's,
We've
algorithm
gone
shit.
through this before. Like
My
our
shit's starting to
searches
show
and
me
our-
murders, like brutal murders.
Huh?
My algorithm's starting to show me brutal murders.
My algorithm is starting to. Dude, it's weird. Mine's starting to show me like breastfeeding,
Oh, really?
like toddlers sucking on tits.
oh,
the
well, can
mom's
tell
like- and it's
most
just
people that care about their
fucking
diet
tits.
are moms with
I'm
milk
like,
tits.
why do I keep getting fucking toddlers just railing on tits?
So you watch?
Yeah, I'm like, those are some nice fucking tits, dude.
That's why. Yeah, dude, that's why you're like,
It's
dude,
like
that's,
Russian moms who are fucking like bombshells.
and their boobies are out.
Yeah, like, 'cause
because
they
it's
don't-
like instructional.
They don't give
that's
a fuck.
It's
and they're like, and
instructional.
the kids just railing and then just pulling them off and then just sitting there on the bench with just these fucking hangers just out. And I'm like, God damn.
Dude, milkers.
I don't know why this is here, but it's
But
sick.
you watch it and it keeps giving it to you.
Yeah, and then like I'm like, oh, gambling, football. Damn, like look at those tits.
No way.
And it's just a fucking
Yeah, mine's
hangers. Just
dude. Stop, dude.
I'm like, holy shit. The Hershey Kisses on those are fucking ridiculous.
No way.
Yo, have you seen the streamer Queso? For real? Oh my god. He's like a big dude, like a red beard. He wears a hoodie. You know what I'm talking about? And he plays PS5 and his chats, people just be dogging him.
Okay.
I'll show you later. It's fucking hilarious.
Okay.
They come up with all these like names because he's a big dude, and they're like, dude, I'm telling you, Jay Zebra Cakes.
Okay, cool. Like it.
Ja Morant.
Okay.
Motherfucker said peanut butter and belly. They said Doe Rogan.
Okay.
Bro, they are so good.
And he's like, thanks for the
Chad,
chat.
get this guy banned right now. Get him out of here. Some of them he laughs at. He's like, that's pretty fucking funny. Yeah, I mean, I can't think of like a Nicki Minaj had one too. It was like Nicki something, but like, dude, they just be hit. They said this motherfucker's pronouns are LBS and KGs.
Stop, dude.
I'm telling you, I've been dying on this. This is my like that is probably like the thing I'm watching the most right now is this dude getting just fucking brutally just fucked up by chat.
Yeah, it can happen.
But he plays along with it. You know what I'm saying? I think he freaks out like as like a
For some content.
Yeah. I mean, but dude, they're so fucking. They've been killing me, bro. They've been killing me. I'm like, I can't. I don't know what it is about that, but just a big dude getting called like Ja Morant. That's the basketball player, but calling Ja Morant. That shit to me is just fucking hilarious. I can't stop laughing at it.
The internet is
I'll be dying at that
place.
shit, and it's just literally a dude getting called names.
I know you've seen the like videos of like something happening, and the video is like a screen record of then people going through the comments.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's when this is kind of like he'll be going through the PS5
like,
comments.
People's comments are just
Someone said, "Dude, you look like K2." He was like, "What the fuck is K2?"
the mountain.
Yeah, and he was like, "I wish I never knew what K2 was." Just shit like that, bro. And it's just, I don't know. I guess it's just fucking.
Brady will tell you about
funny.
K2.
I don't think you see the demons, dude. There's fucking Shadow Realm. Yo.
Oh, dude.
Speaking of Shadow Realm, the fucking man himself is fighting tomorrow night. Are you watching it?
Who's the man himself?
Sean Strickland, brother.
Okay.
You seen his fucking pod with Theo?
I haven't yet.
And he did one with Joe a couple months ago, I think. And
I
he did
haven't
one
listened
with Theo. And he's an interesting character. He's a real life GTA character.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
He's wild. He like pulled the gun on the dude to try to rob his house, right?
He's wild. But
damn. So,
dude, Sean, he's fighting tomorrow night. He's a dude that beat Izzy.
Yeah.
For the title.
Yeah.
It was like the biggest upset of all time.
Yeah.
He's a legit fucking fighter. He's
crazy, man. He like spars hard.
Apparently they were like, dude, he spars with like a lot of like top notch boxers, and they were like, yo, you should go box. Because you'll do these like big fights, these celebrity fights that people like, Francis Ngannou left UFC and all these people. They're
make
like
a lot of money.
You
and
can
come
make
back.
fucking way more money. But I don't think he's one of those dudes that's in it for the money.
We just want to fight.
I think he just wants to fucking be like, I'm the baddest dude in this cage.
And those are the people
Come
that
catch
do
these
it.
hands. But he's fighting tomorrow night. I didn't know if you were heading down to Eric's to watch it or anything.
Who's he fighting?
I'm gonna fuck his name up, but that Francis Duplessis guy or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Who's jacked as fuck too.
Yeah, Duplessis. He's a good fighter too. I've seen him fight a couple times.
He is. It's a good fight. I think it's in Canada because that motherfucker wore a "Make Canada Great Again" shirt to the fucking Strickland did.
Sick.
He was like, I know you guys can't fucking speak up for yourselves here in Canada because Trudeau's a fucking pussy, but I'll speak up for you because I'm an American and you're not gonna tell me what to do.
Let's go, dude.
Make Canada Great Again shirt.
I'm telling you, that's what it's about. You
gotta watch a compilation of him.
Something about us.
He's fucking hilarious.
And so you have to understand, back to it, that of course, for the first time in thousands of years of humanity, that the United States said, you know what we can do here? We can say whatever the fuck we want. We're allowed to do that. You're allowed to do that. You are.
Yeah.
The number one thing. It's the number one thing that you're allowed to do. You're allowed to talk about whatever you want.
But yeah, we talk about nothing.
So, as a child would, guess what you do? Well, guess what you did as a kid? Stupid shit.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking about stupid shit. You're using stupid language. And then over time, you grow. Right? It don't matter how hard you start, to be top notch, you fall short. That's just the way it is. And then you have to push through and come back out. And that's what we're about to do.
Yeah, I think so.
With the technology, people communicating, It's going to be like, again, you're going to have this line that people draw, and they're going to say, look, I'm not listening to that because my reality is this.
This might be a crazy take, but I think I like where we're heading because I think we've headed in the wrong direction, like, pretty badly.
So it's time to correct.
And it's going to come back.
It's time to correct.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, I think I mean, again, how does anyone ever get better? They go down, they make mistakes. You have to learn from them. Don't you have to learn? You have to learn from mistakes. If you never make a mistake, you're never going to learn. You're going to do the same thing because it's working. So, like, I think, like, where we headed maybe these past couple of years, I can't really remember too much before COVID because I don't think I paid attention to it as much, kind of.
Which I feels like everybody's right there. Everybody's like, something awoke.
Like if you go pre-2020, like if you tell me how like my mindset of like 2017 and 19, I don't think I thought like of like a bigger picture. I think I was just very like, oh yeah, I'm going to fucking go exercise a day. I'm going to go to work. I'm going to come back and play COD. I'm going to eat dinner and go to bed. Like I don't know if I was really like, we need to change the direction of this country.
Let's say.
But maybe that's also with old age, you start to think more of that because you would see a bigger picture.
You would assume.
I just think it's really it's a bookmark where we go like, dude, 2020 really was like a like, wait, what the fuck is going on?
An eye-opening experience.
And these past 3 years, we went down the wrong road, I guess, in so many different things. We don't have to go through everything and make this a super political stance, but I like that we went down the wrong path because it's only going to make us better, hopefully.
Right.
I hope that we come out in 3 years from now, we're like, dude, how much fucking better is it?
Yeah, it's going to be better.
I hope so. I want it to be.
It is.
And
again,
people
you
like,
wake up to the lies.
Fucking go.
You wake up to all the lies because guess what? You are being lied to.
I think we let too many people in, and we're going to correct that. I think we...
There's a correct way to do it, and again,
but that's the thing.
What
you had to fuck up to be like, this is how... You can't do that.
Right.
The only way you know not to do something is because you did it.
Right.
Right? You never would be like, oh, I'm not going to do that, because if you never have done it, what the fuck? You know
right.
what I mean?
And it's all, and it's good.
We let too many people in.
But it's with good intention.
We tried to force, your choice of
doing something,
medical stuff.
Doing something.
We try to force medicine on people. We let too many people in. We tried, silencing certain individuals, and we end up getting caught in this weird, division of country that's caused by two people that really shouldn't even be the leaders of our country. And hopefully all these things that we've done and have been doing over these past 3 years, just as a good lesson that we go, oh yeah, we can't do that. And people, someone later will be like, why? And it's like, because remember when this fucking happened?
Yeah. And it's
so hopefully we come out the other end
awesome.
Hopefully you go, yo, you can't let an 80-year-old be the president. Why? Look at this motherfucker falling off a bike.
That's why.
Hey,
man.
You can't force people to take medicine. Why? Look, it just calls people to not want to take shit.
No trust.
Hey, you can't feed everyone processed food and let corporations control the market.
No trust.
Why? Because they poison everybody and fuck people up. Hey, you can't fucking, enforce this because why? It causes this. It's a course correction. We really needed to fuck up, and I think fuck up bad. Not like a little bit. Like fuck up bad in I think multiple categories for us to like down the road be like, oh dude, we're so much better. And the reason we are is because we fucked up all these things. Public education, dog shit. Homeless shit, dog shit. Our country's nutrition, dog shit. Multiple categories.
Yeah.
Immigration, dog shit. Voting, dog shit. You know what I mean? All that shit needs to be revamped. All of it.
Yeah.
And we because it was good. It was good for quite a while. Probably 30 years. It was pretty goddamn solid. Seems like, right?
Maybe that was just their solid hold on things.
And it's now, well, I mean, too, also, you can only drive a car so long until it needs to be replaced. You can't drive a car forever.
That's the thing about capitalism.
We bought a new car, and we're at 300,000 miles.
Yeah,
and we're like, this bitch needs to be replaced. Not that it's a bad car. We love it, but it's time to fucking upgrade.
Yeah,
and upgrade a lot of things. And then
when
you do upgrade, you're like, oh,
that's the American mindset.
Can you believe how nice this is now, dog?
I'm telling you,
and then that becomes the new standard.
I think the American dream of like what the suburb family American dream was, I think that might be dead.
I don't know about dead, but it's got to be revamped.
It's a new type of American dream.
Because I still have that dream.
Right, I get it.
I still want to do like the suburban lifestyle.
I know. People do. But it feels different. It feels like what you're working for is different. Yeah. It feels different.
Of course. Well, it should. It's a different time.
Right.
Why the fuck would it still be the same? You know what I mean? I still think the American dream is totally alive, and the suburban lifestyle is alive, and the city life is alive. I still think all of those things are very much alive, but they just need to be revamped. Because the old way of doing those things is no longer the right way to do them anymore.
I'm going to give another example, and I'm going to, again, give credit to Channel 5 News, Andrew Callahan. Mm-hmm. He did a Philadelphia.
How much is he paying us for these fucking shout-outs?
I don't know, man, but I mean, I think it's what people need to see, man. I think it's real life shit, and you see where Philadelphia had a homeless population that was underground in old subways. They moved them up to the streets. They let this section kind of have open air drug use. Kensington.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
If you know about it, it's like the number one like homeless
it's
drug
Zombieland.
thing. It's like one of the top 3 Zombieland places that people YouTube their videos.
It's like it looks like a scene from a movie. You're like, no way, this is fucking real.
It's fueled by drugs. It's fueled by corporate greed, right? So the drug people are making money. It's almost like they have a cohort together because they're like, hey, we'll let this drug use run rampant, tank this commercial property value, and then we'll move the homeless population just a little farther down the road. And guess what we do with this stuff when it's nice and cheap?
Oh, buy it up and just rebuild it. Yeah.
All of our partnerships with our contractors and the asset managing of blah, 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 blah. Yeah. They're starting, and that's what gentrification is the word that people use. They bring up these big, huge apartment complexes with their chai latte.
It's going on right out here.
Yeah.
Right across the street.
It's happening.
Yeah.
It's happening right in my backyard.
Dude, you let it run down till no one wants it no more, and then people buy it up and fucking fix it.
And those people come in, and then they have the power over it. Mm-hmm. And that's a resource that people now look at property owning like that's a valuable resource.
Fuck yeah!
In this country, I own this.
Yeah.
And there's nothing you can do. What are you going to pay me? And that's what happens is, what are you going to pay me? $16 million? Yeah, I'll probably take that. And that's what happens. Look at Colonial Heights. Look at there, and there's little areas that you can see, and just over a couple of decades in our region that you can see. You're like, that's all it is. And people hold out. You see, we used to call him Railroad Bob. Me and my pa right there on the corner.
Yeah.
When you get off the interstate and you pass the little Burger King that's now like a marijuana store.
G-Leaf or whatever it is. Yeah.
G-Leaf, like you're going back to Planet Fitness. Right there, that house, right on the corner, used to just be a house.
Yes, it had like a little like garden out front and shit.
It was just old busted trucks.
Tire.
Because
they were like finally like, yo.
And he held out for a long time. It was there through all that stuff built up around it.
It's only going to increase. And finally,
I remember going over there as a kid. That's when my pa got out of his truck on accident and forgot to put it in park. It rolled back into the river.
Nice.
He said, God damn, call it tow truck.
He's like, go get a fucking Railroad Bob's phone.
But yeah, dude, it happens. And then that's when you realize these people with these properties, they're like, hey, look, I'm not selling it to you, young first-time home buyer trying to have a first starter home for their family, because I'm trying to get the 1.5 mil out of it. But of course, the market's high.
But of course,
I'm getting it. People are buying the properties.
But yeah, you're gonna sell to that person, like duh. But then guess what, man? They buy up that fucking little spot right there, and guess what? You just go build out somewhere else.
Yeah.
You just go find some land 30 minutes away. You buy a couple acres, and you build up a home.
So what happened in Philadelphia before all what's happening now with just moving the homeless down, bringing them up to the streets, keeping them in the section, moving them down, that's what their government's doing. But it happened after World War II when people came back with the GI Bill, and they had like money to purchase great homes, and people came in and purchased areas and built up suburbs. And that's how the suburban post-World War II, it was, hey, they were called Levin towns. It was the man who made it, Levin, Mr. Levin. I don't remember his first name. Let's call him Joseph Levin.
Sick.
That sounds close enough for me. And so he was like purchasing all of the area outside of these major cities, and then all the people were moving. Like Philadelphia was like predominantly white, and then all the people, white people. And then when it was like cheap, when all the people moved out and nobody wanted to be there, all the people came in of like minorities. And it happened. Like that was a thing. that happened. And all those people with the city money moved out. Beautiful
Well,
homes.
when there's a mass exodus, shit then goes down. It becomes cheaper
and
to
it
rent.
repopulates. And then you see...
But it repopulates with a lower like class.
Well, it's funny, too, because then you see like
When your
those lower
supply
classes were minorities for a time.
Sure.
Considered minorities. And so that's where you see a lot of the culture of the United States came from those lower class minorities.
Yeah.
Because they still were poor. They weren't doing the things that people were doing. They were doing what they've been doing. Mm-hmm. They were still doing what they've been doing.
Yeah.
And that's what it was. So then you have those people. I mean, dude, and people don't know about it. It's just a couple decades of history.
Yeah.
Of the city that you probably live in, that people just don't know anything about.
Well, I mean,
I could probably know more about the city I live in, honestly. Always.
You know,
right?
that always used to trip me out when I did Lyft for like a few months. People would get in and be like, if they were, from out of town, like visiting or whatever, they'd be like, what should I do? And I would be like, I have no idea. I don't know. I'm like, and it's crazy because like,
you're like,
you live
over here, they're like, oh shit, that place closed.
You're like they'd be like, oh, what's fun to do in Richmond? I'd be like, I was like, I guess a squirrels game in Hardywood. That's what everyone likes to do.
Nothing wrong with that. You can say the Lewis Ginter Botanical Gardens.
I don't live in the city, so I'm not like as like well versed with like activities. But also too, it's crazy that when you live somewhere and you don't really, I don't know. I just feel like you said you could probably know more about like your own just region,
right. And then see, I think
versus,
with the high population density of cities, it's hard to build that community feeling.
Yeah.
But it's cool because you see it in groups, and you see it in little niche groups, and that's what's cool about the city is those little groups are like underground. They're like cool. They're like hip. They always are. And then you kind of see a little piece of one. If you kind of like to do all those things, you see a little piece of another. You're like, wait, people come out here. There's like just a skate bowl down here by the river that people go to.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, people do. And it's like a known thing, especially for skateboarding.
Yeah.
It's on like Richmond was on like a documentary for Vans. Because there was a big skateboarding culture here.
Yeah.
A little documentary about it.
Sure.
So, but you didn't know about that.
Fuck no.
Right.
I mean, you don't have to know about everything.
Yeah.
But I just was like, that was like one of the things that used to always catch me off guard. Like, I'd be like, oh, dude, I don't really even know other than, like, two things that you could just be like, what to do in Richmond, the first top two things. Like, that's all.
Well, it takes effort, too,
Yeah.
It's like...
that's what I'm saying. Zero effort. You know what I mean?
You come home, you're tired, you want to sit, watching TV, go
Not
to sleep.
Yeah, I mean, it's just
go
crazy.
out and explore.
Like, even, like, right now, if you were like, hey, man, like, go out for the night, where do you want to go? I fucking...
See, and that's where I think the work-life balance,
I'm like,
that's
dude,
another
I have
thing
no
that's
idea.
evolving.
I would be like, let me just pull up my phone and look. But maybe also because it's so convenient to do that, why invest so much time in like learning about your city? Whereas like before, the ability to just look at it in your hand, you had to like really like put the work in.
Maybe it's like my ADHD, OCD kind of style shit to where I like research everything. I over-research everything. Like even the restaurant I'm about to go to. Like,
yeah.
I'm like looking up different...
Oh, see, and I don't like that. I feel like it takes the excitement out of it.
Well, sometimes, again, but I'll go to the restaurant and be like, hey, what's the best thing that you like here? You eat here all the time, right? After work?
I hate the I'm going to look at the menu before I go people.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't
hate
do that. But that's like dietary restriction people, which is...
If you have a gluten allergy, cool. Look up to see if the cock... Call them. Like, do you have gluten-free options?
You said look up to see if the cock sucks?
The cock sucks, yeah.
Okay.
Look up to see if the cocksuckers don't fucking have gluten items, okay? Don't... No, I'm saying... I can't... Like, I think if you over-research the activity, it then...
Takes away from
you
it.
have an expectation or, like, an idea of what it should be, and then if it doesn't do that, it doesn't like match that like vision you have. Maybe it like falls short. Whereas if you just went into it like a little bit more blindly, like obviously know the basics, when they're open, what kind of shit it is,
go there
and
when
whether
you can
or
go
not
there.
It's going to be a match.
Not like Tuesday 9 p.m. It's planned.
Don't be like, oh, this I know the whole menu. I know exactly. Like I looked at the pictures of the inside of the restaurant. I know I don't want to sit on that side. I want to sit on the other. Like
I can't
just
imagine that. Yeah.
Well, I feel like that to me is what
do.
over researching is, right?
Yeah, people do.
Maybe you don't over research. You just think you do.
No, I'm just like looking for the best.
Some people go in with like a whole game plan of like idea. Remember we talked about this, like the people that go on vacation and have an itinerary.
Well, there's like, I mean, when I go somewhere that I've never been, I have an itinerary because I want to use my time wisely.
Yes.
But if I'm like going to the beach that I've gone to every couple of years.
Kind of like
It's just revisits.
Yeah.
It's revisits, especially because we talked about vacation, which a lot of people do the same vacation every year. It's a tradition. Talk about
because
traditions.
you start to learn the area more and you branch
and
out
so,
more.
like, yeah, we could go down to the pier. We've done that. Let's try something
because
different next time. We got putt-putt.
A new place, when you visit, you do lose a lot of time, like, figuring out what to do.
Yeah, but that's why, you
do lose a lot of time.
Yeah, you got to figure it out.
If you go to the same place every year, you don't, after a few years, have to be like, where should we go?
But some people will be like, yo, let's go to Chipotle for lunch, and then let's get Papa John's for dinner.
That's wild.
Yeah, people do that when they travel, too.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so.
Either way.
It's fun, man. It's a new year.
Do you have a resolution or
nah? No, I don't have a resolution. I actually never really done that, I don't think.
Yeah. I don't like resolutions. I like goals. Because I feel like...
I have some goals.
I feel like resolutions, like in the moment, you're like, oh yeah, it's January, I have a resolution, blah, 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 and then you like, and by March,
right, resolution,
gone.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, goals, I'm like, oh, like, you know, just eat better this year, try to save up. Like, I wrote them all down.
It's just being more conscientious in these
and
little
I'm
ways.
like, just like, try to eat better at least 5 days out of the week, at least a work week. And if on Sunday, Monday, you want to munch,
eat some pizza and some wings.
But the thing is, you get, once you start eating like that,
you don't even
want to do it anymore.
Yeah, it's good.
You know, so I have some goals for the year, like just eat better, try to have X amount of dollars, like I have a number like saved by end of year.
Nice.
And just like try to be like, just like I guess more present and enjoy the moment more, and not try to like I guess control the situation or try to like have it go a certain way. Just kind of let it go.
Sometimes you gotta ride.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta ride.
You know,
cool.
I do that a lot. Like try to kind of control how the thing's gonna go. Like, because I have an idea in my head. I'm like, oh, they'll show up at this time, and then we'll do this, and then we'll go get this, and then it's like, dude, just fucking let it happen.
Yeah, I've got some
goals.
It
doesn't have to be perfect, man.
What are some goals for the pod, man?
Goals for the pod?
Get Miley Cyrus on?
No.
Who probably. You want to get,
I mean, I don't know.
I
don't really have like a goal for it. It's just more of like just do it.
Consistency.
Yeah, I mean, with the night shift, you know, I don't know if I'll make it every single week for sure. I don't want to say that because I don't want to break a promise, but it's just to do it and just to kind of...
Yeah, dude, whoever's listening.
Just do it. Just do it.
Boys on the nights. I know Boy's a night watcher. He's like a day walker right now.
Yeah.
He becomes a day walker.
Yeah, so I work at night and sleep during the day. That's been a cool change. It's been different. I actually really like it. It's given me a lot more time to like think about things and not get caught up with so much of the day.
Distractions.
Because during the day you are way more distracted when you work.
Everyone
else is doing it. So at night when I'm really just by myself for almost 8, 9,
There's
10 hours.
There's nobody at the gas station.
No text messages, no phone calls, no should we pick this up, should we get this? No one's awake.
You're going to pop in the Walmart, you're going to go play a game on the Xbox section maybe.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's no. I'd really have like stopped at places and done shit like. It's really. I kind of really have enjoyed these past like few weeks of really just being left alone.
Yeah. When you stop at places, you snack on nuts. Assorted nuts, mixed nuts.
No, I've been getting a lot of free donuts, but I've been like giving them to the fam.
Yeah, you can't eat the donuts.
I ain't been eating the donuts.
Can't eat the donuts.
So at 7-Eleven at night, they throw the donuts away every single night.
They ask you if you want a trash bag of donuts.
Well, they're just like, hey, well, this is how it happened. The other night I was on Cary Street, and the chick, I went in, and the fucking thing was full. And she was like, hey, do you like donuts? And I was like, these nuts? No, I was like...
these nuts, not donuts.
No, I was like, yeah. She was like, all right, I'm about to throw those all out in like 30 minutes. Take what you want. And I was like, for real? I was like, how fucking old are they? She was like, oh, we got them yesterday, like this morning. I was like, what do you mean? She's like, we get them every day, and at the end of the night, we have to throw them out. I was like, these aren't even a day old? She was like, no. They do that every day. We get 5 of each donut every night, and the next night we have to throw them out. Whether there's 1 left or 100 left, they throw them all out. I was like, get the fuck out of here. She was like, no. They go in the trash every night. I was like, God damn. I was thinking they were like multiple days old or something.
Yeah.
No, they're daily. So I was like, took a couple home, let the kids have them.
Sprinkles.
2 glazed, 2 chocolate, 2 sprinkles, you know. I was tempted, but I was like, nah, man.
Good for you.
So, but yeah, just I think the goal is the consistency. Just try to hit the pot at least 2-3 times a month. And then based on because you got a move coming up too, potentially.
A couple months, yeah.
And so I don't want to promise too much for like the pod because I know that's going to be a big change. That's probably going to delay it for a month.
Yeah, I just want to say like...
I would like to set up our new, like whenever you move into, once you get settled in, like maybe really try to like hook our space up with, maybe like upgrade it with a little bit, maybe get like a neon sign or maybe get like a better camera. Because, you should be, June, July? So that's way into the year. I'm thinking maybe by then, whatever we want to, like, upgrade as far as, like, the pod. I think our mics and arms are good. Our table's good. We have our sign. I'm thinking camera.
Take some night shift, upload some Insta clips.
Yeah.
We'll get our subs up.
Yeah.
It'd be cool to get to 100 subs. Shout out.
I can do that. And so, yeah, if you want to talk about goals for the pod, probably just try to get some more subs and get a better camera this year.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. One that doesn't die halfway through the fucking episode.
I like to do Christmas. Oh, dude, here's another goal. Let's do Christmas in July.
Okay. Like the half Christmas?
Yeah.
So what is that, 6?
Should we age the eggnog until then?
Can you?
Yeah, I looked it up.
Sure.
I literally looked it up.
Should we do this thing that I'm about to ask you that I already know the answer to?
I was like, no, I thought about Christmas in July because there's a bottle of eggnog that was never drank.
But isn't that literally when you're moving?
Yeah.
Okay.
So in July we'll be somewhere.
Christmas in July.
We'll be somewhere and we'll have Christmas in July on the pod.
And we'll drink nog.
Yeah, dude.
That'll be that.
Because you were like, hey, man, pick me up some nog. They're out of nog here.
Fucking went to 3 places, and they were like, no, it's gone. No,
and I
it's
went
gone.
there, and I went to the store, and I got the nog for you, and then...
God damn, dude.
I think we came down for, like, Christmas Eve. I was going to bring it and put it in the mailbox for you and forgot it.
I didn't realize it was such a well, obviously, it's seasonal. All that shit's usually pretty popular, but I was very thrown off the fact that, like, I went to 3 different places, and they were like, nope, don't got it, don't got it, don't got it. I was like, really?
Yeah.
It's fucking the 15th of December. How the fuck do you not have it? They're like, oh, it's gone. It's like, God damn.
Yeah, dude, Christmas is a great time. You watch the Christmas Story. You usually turn it on. It's like halfway through. And then so I always like to, wherever I started at, rewatch the next showing until that one. And then that's a complete viewing.
Gotcha.
So
if you catch the middle of it.
You watch it till when you started.
The middle, the next one.
It's nice. So, like, I think this one, I just, like, immediately turned it on and the leg smashed. The leg lamp.
Yeah, dude.
And he was like, don't you look at me. He was like, don't you even look.
He's like, you did it on purpose because you're jealous. You did it on purpose. You're fragile.
Yeah, you did it on purpose.
She was like,
it's great.
Like, look at this, fragile. She was like,
great.
What is that? He's like, I think it's French or something. She's like, I think it's fragile. He was like, how do you know that?
Books, them damn books.
Hell, nah, dude. Doing the crosswords.
Yeah, dude. I hope you had a good holiday season.
Yeah, I did.
It's time to really hunker down and get through this cold weather. We're going to come out. Beautiful spring.
It hasn't been too bad, but...
It's getting there. I mean, it was like 15 the other day here.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah. It's
really
crispy.
Hunker down. I mean, if you're not working outdoors... I mean, I feel like hunkering down, from walking to your car to fucking...
Something about the snow, man. Once it snowed for like 20 minutes today.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, something about when the snow falls. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, we haven't really...
It feels nice. And then it stopped, and I was like, oh, back to normal. When the snow falls, it's great.
I do miss, like, the December and January, like, snows. Like, we don't get that
They're
really.
late now. They happen late. They happen
late, but they're also they're pussies.
Yeah.
They're fucking little bitch boys.
They don't hit like they used to.
They don't hit like an 8-incher, and you're like, nice.
Like the 97 Blizzard, shout out.
I don't want that. Fuck all that. I'm saying I just want like a good 6 to 8 inches, and I don't want...
That's what she said.
That's every woman's dream. We're almost there. We're halfway there.
Yeah, we're growing up, and we're growing, and we're going to be better.
Our goal this year is to be 6 to 8 inches.
Yeah,
and this episode is sponsored by Blue Chew.
Yeah, dude.
Chew it and do it.
Yeah.
Hard. So, it'll boost your stamina in the bedroom and throughout your day, and it'll make you feel like a fucking man again.
Joe Biden takes it.
No, he doesn't. He takes fucking... I don't know what that guy takes.
He snorts caffeine.
Yeah, he takes fucking blue poo. See you next week.
UltraWisdom.